coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. From the 27, Wilson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. 14. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 9. 44 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. 35. Again, it's Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll send Brown in motion right. Second down, Jacobs once more. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Carr now on 1st down. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That one goes for 30 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He hits Adams complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game. These days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Broncos coming in looking for win number 6 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. On second down, Williams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. They run it again with Williams. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
These two teams all tied after one. Second and 7. Play action. It's Wilson. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll send Brown in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys have now moved out in front. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 9, Wilson into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Now Wilson on 1st down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Carr now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he goes out right around the 39. A Raider first down, Carter Renfro.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd and inches, Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Right now.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, Do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Carr. And it's complete to Adams. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Room here to run. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, Jacobs.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On play action, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he finds Howard complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It's caught inside the 25, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. O.J. Howard, 58 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8.